So my 14-year-old went to University Federal Credit Union and closed out his CD without my knowledge, without my presence, and without my permission. So I called University Federal Credit Union, and this is their response.
I heard you had some questions.
I have a bank account, and my son has an ATM card. Apparently, he and another person closed out a CD and took $1,575 out of that account. Now, my son is 14 years old, and he shouldn't have been able to close a CD without his father being present.
With this CD, your son is the primary owner.
Then why can't he have his own account? He has to have a sub-account underneath me.
No, he's the primary owner on that account, and you are joint on it.
He didn't even have a signature card. He's a child. He shouldn't be able to go in and close out a bank account. I bet he couldn't come in and open up a bank account, can he?
He can have it. We ask that.
Can a 14-year-old come in and open a CD by himself?
He can have a CD. He can have a checking account at this point. Yes, sir.
My question is, can a 14-year-old come in and open a CD by himself?
With a joint owner, yes.
Okay. Well, he wasn't with a joint owner when he closed it. I don't believe you're going to let a 14-year-old go in and close down a CD that is held between he and his father.
He's able to do that because he's the primary owner on that account.
I'm the primary owner on that account. I set that account up. He wasn't even in the building when I did it. So it's UFC's policy that if you have a bank account with your kid, they can come in and close out CDs. I think your customers would be really surprised to know that.
Okay. I appreciate that feedback. I will make sure to pass it along to our...
Well, I'm going to make sure and publish it as well. I'm going to make sure that people know that this happens at UFCU. That a 14-year-old can come in and close bank accounts set up by his parent and take that money out. That's insane. And that's a horrible policy. And I think you know that.
At that age, he has the ability to transact on that account.
He didn't transact. He closed it. He emptied the accounts. So he closed a CD that I had started for him 10 years ago. You let him do that. You let him take that money.
I verified with the representative and in the interaction, the person with him recommended that he leave money in the account.
And who was the person with him?
I'm not able to disclose that to you.
So a stranger comes in and takes money out of my account, and you're not able to disclose it to me.
Your son made the transaction, sir.
My son doesn't know to close a CD, ma'am, and he couldn't have done that at the ATM. This was a sit down and meet with a banker type of procedure. So my 14-year-old sat down with one of your bankers. So it's not like he just came in with an ATM card and did it.
Correct. He did not. Like I said, I have verified with our policy that he has the ability to make this withdrawal. His ID was verified when we did the withdrawal.
Did you contact me?
With his age, that is not a requirement.
Let's try this. Let's call the bank back and act like we're interested in setting up an account and see what they say about this particular type of incident. I wonder if they'll tell me that a 14-year-old can close out a CD. Let's ask.
Thank you for calling University Federal Credit Union. Thank you for calling UFCU. How may I help you today?
I had a question about the Child Saver CDs. My child has actually one of those, and I want to give him a savings account so that he can deposit money into that, like when he gets a check for Christmas or for his birthday or something like that, so he can deposit money in there. Also want to give him an ATM card. That way, if he wants to take a little bit of money out, he can. I don't want him to be able to access his CD.
Right. His CD, that he can't touch it until he's 18 years old.
Because he's a minor?
Because he's a minor. It will be a kid's certificate. It will then convert into a savings once he turns 18.
If he wants to take out $50 or something to go buy a video game, I'm okay with that. I just don't want him to be able to access his whole CD and drain that account.
Right. No. The CD, you can't withdraw. You can only deposit. And if you're going to withdraw, I believe it has to be the adult, whoever's the adult on that account.
I'm divorced. He can't go in with his mother and access that account either because she's not on that account.
That is correct.
And I don't want him to be able to go in and close that CD without my permission.
And I can tell you that he can't close it because he's a minor. He would need to have you call in to make those kind of changes. To be quite honest, for a certificate to be closed, it could only be the guardian on the account.
Okay, but now I'm looking at his account right now. He did this December 29th in a branch of the University Federal Credit Union. A 14-year-old went in with somebody who was not on the account and closed his CD, and then he withdrew that money.
Okay, would it be okay with you giving me the account number and we can do more research? Because if he came in with someone who's not in the account and closed that certificate, then we're going to probably want to escalate that, because that's not the only person that can close it is you if you're the only guardian on this account. For me to help you, I would need to have access to your account.
Okay. Are you ready for that account number?
I am.
Okay. It is
Thank you very much for patiently waiting, Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
I contacted the representative, and it looks like this is something that's been escalated to high up management, and that they are aware about this. And it looks like we have this conversation with you. If you have any questions about this, I can connect you with her supervisor, is what I was advised.
So what you're saying is what you told me earlier doesn't count.
It's what I was advised by my colleagues who are specialized in this. But it looks like there's more into this, and it looks like someone high up in management had already discussed this with you.
Oh, definitely. So what more is there to this? What are the intervening factors that would allow my 14-year-old to close out a CD with somebody who's not on the account?
Okay. I understand your questions, Mr. Taylor. This is not my area of expertise. I seek for guidance. This is something that's been escalated higher up in my position. I think that this is something that you would have to take with them, since they are aware of what's really going on.
So what you're saying is that what you told me a minute ago doesn't apply to me?
I was told the information I was given, but I guess there's laws that I am unfamiliar with. I'm not in that area. I can't really speak more than what I've just shared with you. I guess there's more to this information, but you have already had knowledge about this, and you had discussions with the supervisor.
So what's special about my case that alloes a 14-year-old to close out a CD?
Mr. Taylor,
I'm just wondering for your other customers.
Sir, like I said, this is not my area of expertise. I would have to connect you with someone else for more information on this.
That's okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And there you have it. So at University Federal Credit Union, if you have an account with your child, they absolutely cannot close out the CD unless they do. But if they do, you have no recourse, because suddenly it's okay that they do. So be very, very careful using their services.